kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stone-wall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win and which style's going to prevail. Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents. Now, high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got the quick pass. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion of that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick 6. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Now on 1st down from the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Penn. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
2nd and short now after that completion. They'll try the run. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. With that play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
A promising start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. Now they've got it 1st down at the 41. Quickly complete. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Completes it in the middle. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
He'll do it himself on the draw. Oh, he's got some space.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. Quick pass on the fly motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Working that left side now. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage now. 3rd and goal from the 2. Looking to throw. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
That great first drive by this offense capped off 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He'll keep it on the sneak. Got the first down and still on his feet.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Breaks into the open. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Really nice job by the defender knocking that one away in man coverage. And he knew coming into this one that he was going to get attacked and they were going to throw his way. So he's showing you right now, he is dialed in, locked in, really nice job on that coverage.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Briggs. Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. The give to the left. He's in open space downfield. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down and 1, and they'll go for it. Off play action. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. They're going to run it to the right. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Motion from the wide receiver. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun. Wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Barrett. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Hunt is on its way. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. And now this offense will take the field again. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Briggs. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Benton. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. With the catch, it's Wells. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
And here comes the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Out of the gun, the inside give. On the move at the 30. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's 1st down from the 38. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. Swings it out to the flat. He has an extensive juke library and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. We've reached the 2-minute timeout and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Gets it to the back. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
A shot toward the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Makes the grab. It's Benton. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Benton. Turning it on. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Briggs. Finds the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Looking at a 2nd and short now. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Caught. Close to the marker. It's Wells. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Fires to the big fella. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The RPO, it's complete.
Second down coming up.
This will likely be the last play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They'll open the 2nd half on the ground. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Under fire. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Briggs. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's going for the big play. Makes the grab on the big throw. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. The give on the inside. At the 40, there he goes. Hits a seam wide open. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
We got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for a 1st down.
In search of their 1st touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the middle. He makes a grab. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
The offense really struggled in the 1st half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the 1st down. They need him to play great in 2nd.
Picks his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hauls it in. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
You know, this zone read play is something they rep over and over and over in practice. This guy can run it and execute it in his sleep. Good decision there keeping the football.
Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Creates a little space. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Yeah, and I like the quarterback's quick decision-making, puts it on the ground, decides to take it himself, goes, gets the necessary yardage, first down.
They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
It's now 3rd down.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Got it! And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. A first down run on the doorstep. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defensive coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Wants to fire on second down. Gets it to him on the screen. Hauls it in and takes it in for a touchdown. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll go to the ground. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Runs through the tackle. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down to try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
And here comes the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. That's caught. It's Wells. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
A good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and this offense, listen, we're in warp speed, right? We got to score a bunch of points here. We're down, we're trailing. We got to go fast, but we also got to get 1st downs. And that's a nice job sneaking in the run, getting the 1st down, and now we crank the tempo back up.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Looking for a man. It's Briggs. Fires to the tight end. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Just a quick rhythm throw there, and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this guy is one of the best receivers in college football, and the defense knows it too, right? They've been watching film, and that time on third down, they had him double covered. That's a big reason why that ball fell incomplete.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Working on the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Give to the running back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
The offense just continues to matriculate the ball downfield, and they're finding a lot of different ways to generate these first downs. They do it right there on the quarterback sneak.
Gives it to the back on the draw. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Quick spin on the run. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
And if they can nudge this one forward just a bit, that might wrap things up here. Going with the ground game left. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation.